Hello everybody and welcome to the end of Season 2 at Wolfsburg. This is the 45th episode, just to confirm, and we're just going to have a quick chat about how my season has unravelled and what can we do to improve from next season onwards. So there's no doubt about security of my job this time, but unfortunately we were denied a Champions League playoff spot by virtue of goal difference on the last day. Yet more heartbreak as we were beaten and Leverkusen got the result they needed, but a huge improvement. We can absolutely confirm Wolfsburg, massive improvements from last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. So a long time coming, but Wolfsburg the Wolf I should say, are back in the top 5 of German football, so that's great news. It could have been even better than that. You can see we're a bit poor in the last couple of games, but we did exactly what we needed to do, get a top 5 finish and get some European football. Home record was really good and our away record was okay as well, just Leverkusen a little bit better. So I'm proud of how the players have coped, and if there are one or two that deserve particular praise. We'll move on to our fixtures and see how that's gone. We last stopped, I think, probably it's probably after the transfer window or something, so I'll just go from here. We beat Stuttgart 2-0 thanks to Jonathan Smeed scoring a brace, which was brilliant. 1860 Munich gave us a really close game. I might mention that. Jonathan Smeed again scoring a brace, Bodo Lang scoring a crucial winner, and then the amazing 3-0 performance over Schalke, followed up by Eder's hat-trick against Borussia Mönchengladbach, and then the humiliation 4-1 against Dresden. I think this is where I stopped. We were doing great, and then we just ended up losing 4-1 for no particular reason, apart from playing a weakened team. We lost 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. Very disappointing result. In way it displays they were the better team, so I'm disappointed we didn't put up better resistance. We beat Hoffenheim 1-0 thanks to Eder, and then a 1-1 draw against Leverkusen. This was the battle for 4th place in a nutshell. We really should have won it, but they got their one shot on target in the back of the net, and that got them a point. Absolute late drama in this one. Last kick of the game, Christoph Kramer with a long shot from about 18 yards out, rifled in the top corner, and it gave us a huge win against Werder Bremen. So I would have been aghast if we drew that game, but I was absolutely thrilled with that win, and that reverberated to the team with a 4-1 win against Frankfurt. Jonathan Schmid on a hat-trick there, and Eder also chipping in, so 2 dominant goal scorers in the team. But then disaster struck as we lost to Bayern Munich 4-1 and Borussia Dortmund. No, we beat Borussia Dortmund, okay. So disaster struck in these last few games. We lost to Dortmund. We beat the eventual 2-time champions Dortmund in an absolute sort of smash and grab. Eder and Kai Wisniewski scoring. But I don't know how we won that game. But then we were beaten by HSV Hamburg, which was very poor. We tried to make a comeback out of it, but that was just shocking. And then we just needed a point against Kaiserslautern, and we couldn't even get that, as Henrique was among the red cards there. Yael Diaz gave us the lead, but they were just absolutely confident of their abilities from there on in. So that cost us a wonderful 4th position and Champions League football. Our finances are okay again. We're back up thanks to the increase of prize money, but we should be getting even more than that in the pre-season. In terms of my tactics, we stuck with the 4-2-3-1 all season long. I'll be letting go of a lot of deadwood, but there are still some players that I may need to sell anyway, even though I like them. Zakaria Bakali, I signed him in the last episode, you'll remember, and he did an okay job. Nothing spectacular, as you will know. He certainly hasn't hit his full form. He got 2 assists in the league, and that's pretty much all that needs to be said. He can be a bit distinctly average. Sousa, who will be back to full health from next season on. He's currently in very poor nick. And then Yael Diaz, the 3rd player who can play that position, he'll be the most likely in trouble with his position at the club, but hopefully we can make room for him in another position if we have too many fit left wingers. I worry about the future of Falk Grunland. I don't know if I want to keep him because Kai Wisniewski is constantly barraging me for first team football, and he kind of deserves it. But I just don't want to mix up Eder and Kai Wisniewski too often in case it upsets their rhythm. Alan Ruiz wants to leave the club. He didn't get enough first team football, and I want to agree with him, but he won't find any bidders. Diego Fabrini will be gone. I can't see the room for many more. Lucas Rupp will be gone. Moravec gone. Oshpika probably will be gone. Galarm wants to leave. Luis Gustavo will leave, and Diego Benaglio will leave at the end of the season. The legend for the club has had enough, and will hopefully give him a wonderful retirement, but I don't think he plans to retire yet, which is very bizarre, but whatever, it's his choice at the end of the day. Yeah, so that's the tactics section, and then we'll just look at the goal scorers and all that before we go. The goals came from Jonathan Schmid, scoring 16 times from right wing. Absolutely brilliant, and he's worth every penny to this club, so I'm delighted with him. He's hit 30 years of age now. He's going to be 31 next month, so a bit concerning. Eder, vast improvement from the second half of the season compared to the first. You can see he's starting to chip in goals. He's got a hat-trick in one of the games and a brace in one of them, so he's very inconsistent, but he's starting to settle in Germany now, so I'm proud of that. And if it wasn't for those two players, we'd be in trouble as Wisniewski, Kraus, Avila. They are the ones who got 5 or more. Sousa, Bodo Lang, Antonio, Pobor, Diaz, Grunland, Treibel, Kramer, Schmelzer, Ruiz and Fabrini all scored 1 all season. Best player Schmid, followed up by Ryan Shawcross. I don't know if he has the legs to survive another few seasons, but the club captain will hopefully hang on in there. But we do have Jonathan Tah and Sergio Antonio snapping at his heels, as well as where is he? And he's all the way down the bottom here. Yannick Vestergaard. He deserves first team football, but he's just been very bad this season. Didn't really take his chances when he came to him. Christoph Kramer, underrated but very valuable player. He's 30 years old as well now. Born the same year as me, so that's not ideal, but he's still a great player. Andreas Kraus, he continues to grow, and he should be worth far more than 6 million, but he just needs to improve his physicals. It's always one thing or the other with some of my players. And then the signing from earlier in the year, Nahuel Navia, he didn't have a very productive season, but it's only his first time here, so we'll leave him alone. Henrique and Schmelzer battled hard for that left back position, and Henrique had a slightly better overall. And last but not least, we'll praise our goalkeeper Marius Gershbeck, who earns very little money compared to other members of the club, but he was very, very good this season, just conceding 22 times in 24 games. So it's a battle to keep my goalkeepers happy, but hopefully we'll do it. The next season's plans, Europa League will be coming, guaranteed. There'll be no doubts about that, but it's pretty much another case of trying to succeed in the Bundesliga and maybe win a trophy, because this is the first time I haven't won anything in my second season with the club, so we'll have to change that as soon as possible. But just to finally conclude the episode, we're going to look how my ex-clubs did. Sturm Graz turned it around seemingly as Red Bull defended their title, so good job by them. They were looking absolutely appalling for the majority of the season, so to come fourth is a big bonus. And as for Bursaspor, they're a top 6 team, but looks like Besiktas is they are gonna win the league. As a matter of fact, they have won the league, but Bursaspor have guaranteed Europa League, so maybe they won the cup. Let's see, did they win the cup? They did win the cup, so well done, Bursaspor, bringing the Turkish Cup back home where it belongs via a penalty shootout. 5-3 was it? 5-3 was the score in that penalty shootout. So congratulations to Bursaspor winning the cup yet again. Delighted for you. So that'll conclude this episode. I hope you can stay tuned for season 3 of Trophy Tour. I'll do my very best to make it a fruitful one, and any questions, leave them down in the comments. As always, I do appreciate comments, but for now, thank you very much, and speak to you again soon. Bye now.